divine existence experienced variety creations of love, before it was ready to dense third dimension experiences. Every rotation of creation that was in this huge cycle of creations, gained more powerful duality lessons. Duality and forgetfulness create and reinforce the Godhead, so it's experienced many rotations of creations according to its readiness. The previous rotations of creations in this cycle of creations were very powerful with rich and spectacular golden rays of love. They had glorious beauty and qualities of nobility and magnificent majestic aura, by the nature of the Holy Spirit. The first rotation of creation was still delicate, purest, and not ready for lessons of powerful suffering and disconnection from Source. The first rotation of creation was still delicate, purest, and not ready for lessons of powerful suffering and disconnection from Source. They were a large group of twin flames that experienced little sense of attachment and much happiness, joy, and divine love. These divine presences are illuminated now in the vastness of their high realms, in state of nirvana and soul's unity. They are floating in the light sky and serene, silent, while prayers in their hearts for the sake of the ascension and unification of all rotations of creations and the current one. The divine presences in the first rotation of creation were flashy and full of pride. They sang and prayed happy for their existence. They looked in the sky as white big circles of light. The time of their experiences as split large beings of light was short, in relation to the experiences of the next rotations of creations. These divine presences developed the emotional body. Their DNA strands were very expanded, in relation to human in this age. Still they were attached to the sanctified divine wholeness, therefore they didn't experience significant disengagement of the divine source from which they were created. The DNA of the first rotation of creation had an open frequency of approximately 30 to 40 strands. Every rotation of creation had closer DNA, and increasing of significant disengagement from the Holy Spirit. In the time of the first rotation of creation, knowledge about the DNA strands was still hidden. The second rotation of creation experienced significant attachment than the first rotation. With Big Bang it split into smaller angelic entities, ethereal, who were not yet able to have physical experiences as human beings. The second rotation entities were free to float in the light skies as experimented, very happy in high frequency of heavenly skies. They also engaged in developing the emotional body, which made them sensitive to feel, sing, and dance the celebration of happiness, harmony, and divine love. The duration of the divine presences in the first rotation of creation till their union was relatively short, longer than the first rotation of creation. The third rotation of creation had angels in the sky, and was ready to experience denser frequency of light and life in human form. They had power to create big fancy palaces, and were not yet ready to experience dual lessons of forgetting their divine source. This creation focused on developing the emotional body, and granted itself powerful heart lessons not yet dramatic. They were very majestic and noble like the Holy Spirit, and experienced great happiness and joy, in very high frequency of love. Also in this rotation of creation, in its Genesis days, big goddesses angels had power to create colorful, showy, luxury palaces. Humans lived in them in high frequency of light through many ages. Very happy life. The third rotation of creation focused in developing the heart then the mind, because its beings were angelic, delicate, and still attached to the royal crown from which they were created. Their souls were large and very beautiful because they didn't split into different soul parts like in this rotation of creation. As a result, it was easy for them to ascend to unity in higher nirvana dimensions of divinity, unlike this creation which have great difficulty ascending and unifying with divinity, after too many eons of dramatic and forgetful experiences. Several additional rotations of creations of short duration in relation to this creation, were created in this huge cycle of creations. All of them lived in big communities, not yet ready to have children, and the third dimension experiences, such as giving birth, parenting, and couple relationships. They quickly ascended to idling and unity with the divine, because they were not yet ready to polarized experiences. In the last rotation of creation, people live natural life in tribal communes and as couples, in almost light frequency as the third dimension. They didn't split to small part souls as this creation, therefore were strong and loved themselves very much. They fed themselves with natural food, and didn't experience disasters on large scale. Their life expectancy was very long, because of the higher light frequency of their stars. Gender change from man to woman in the incarnations was not common there, therefore men and women experienced great difference and romance was highly developed. Only in this rotation of creation humanity descend to third dimension frequency, which created very dramatic polar lessons, hate, anger, jealousy and wars due to soul's age and types, big differences, different skin colors, breeds, religions, and nationalities. As well, long difficult aging, poverty and severe economic distress. The current rotation of creation experienced extreme duality lessons than all the previous rotations of creations. The third dimension frequency forced humanity in this rotation of creation to develop the mind over the heart in order to have comfortable life, high evolved technology, medicine industry, and space science. The current rotation of creation has proven genius mind, especially in planet Sirius and planet Earth in this age. When brothers' hate began in previous rotation of creations, we hurried to end their existence and ascend them to state of oneness. We were not accustomed to that. In this rotation of creation, which is the longest, we honor what people have created in the third dimension stars in hard work of many ages, and are not rushed to end it. We help humanity ascend to the high astral dimensions of this universe which divinity created for humanity, for rest and peace between incarnations, and after ending them, this creation opened higher gates of ascension and great love and joy, thanks to its powerful experiences of duality, especially in this universe. I am God, grateful to humanity for this dimensions and the intensification of creation thanks to human lessons in the third dimension stars. I am God.